Reasons why Google Calendar not syncing with iPhone. The iPhone Calendar app features the ability to sync all types of files, such as contacts, photos, and texts. Course, happenings, video messages, receipts and notes can also be synced in an effortless way. This is only limited by the size of your device's storage. The downside: it's not available to Google Calendar users. That's right. If you still use Google Calendar for managing your appointments, have no fear. Here are 8 reasons why Google Calendar is better than the native Apple Calendar. Google has new improvements in relation to reasons why Google Calendar not syncing with iPhone. Google Calendar is a great tool for managing your personal and professional schedules, but it can be frustrating when it doesn't sync with your iPhone. With new improvements in place, it's now easier than ever to get your calendars working together. Here are 4 reasons why Google Calendar might not be syncing with your iPhone. 1. Your Icloud account is probably registered with your primary email address. If you're using the same Icloud account on both your iPhone and an Apple device, like an iPad or MacBook, Google Calendar will likely sync with that account automatically. However, if you've got different email addresses for Google Calendar and your email client like Gmail, then the calendars may not sync. 2. If you've disabled push notifications for specific calendar events, those events won't show up on your iPhone unless you specifically add them. To disable push notifications on an event in Google Calendar, go to the Events Details page in the web or mobile app. Click on the gear icon next to Notifications under Settings. Uncheck Enable Push Notifications. 3. You might not have synced your calendars because you're using a different browser on your computer or phone. If you're using how Google Calendar Analytics can help in your business. Google Calendar Analytics can be a huge bonus for businesses of all sizes. By knowing which events are the most popular, businesses can craft better marketing campaigns, target their customers more effectively, and make better decisions about when to hold events. Additionally, by understanding how often users open and use the Calendar app, businesses can learn what services or products users may find most useful. How to adjust algorithms to gain more data. If you have an iPhone and use Google Calendar, you may have noticed that it does not always sync with your computer or other devices. This can be frustrating if you want to keep track of what is scheduled for when on your iPhone. There are a few things you can do to improve the syncing process between your iPhone and Google Calendar. First, make sure that your calendar is set up properly on your computer. You may need to adjust the calendar's setting in Google Calendar so that it can sync with your iPhone. Second, you may want to try using a different algorithm for syncing your calendar with devices. The default algorithm used by Google Calendar is designed to minimize data usage. However, this algorithm can sometimes reduce the quality of the information contained in your calendar. You can try using a different algorithm if you experience problems with synchronization or if you want to get more detailed information from your calendar entries. Source code available for free. Google Calendar is not syncing with iPhone for many users. Although the two systems have a good relationship in general, there are some situations where they do not cooperate. Some of the reasons why Google Calendar might not be syncing with your iPhone include incorrect entry of your calendar data and problems with the synchronization between the two systems. Here is information on how to correct the errors and try to resolve the conflicts. There are also some tips on how to make Google Calendar work better with your iPhone. Additional information and resources. Google Calendar is not syncing with some iPhones because their calendars are managed by separate apps. This article lists some reasons why Google Calendar may not be syncing with an iPhone, as well as how to sync it if it is not. If your calendar is syncing properly but you are experiencing issues such as missed events or incorrect timestamps, try resetting your calendar data using the steps below. Conclusion: ultimately, one or more of the reasons cited for the discrepancy in calendar data likely applies to your particular situation. However, if you continue to experience issues with your Google Calendar synced on your iPhone, you may want to consider troubleshooting steps outlined in our previous article, iOS tips for syncing your Google Calendar between devices.